Well, I wanted to come on here and go live for a little while and just chat, got the kiddies off to bed, and kind of bring everybody up to date. I just we're playing around with the new cam that I picked up. I picked up the Logitech to try and do some videos and live streams and other things that I intend to do to help bring a message out to help align your life with success. And I went with the shoestring to success. I don't know if you want to call it a brand or environment website, only because I truly believe that you can change your life and you don't need to have deep pockets. You don't need to have a big kitty full of revenue and capital at your hands to start something and really be successful in life. You just got to deep dig deep down and you'll be able to jump right in and take the steps. And if you do it right and you plan it out, you can design the life that you want and live the life that you desire to have and truly get out of life what you want. And, I got about 40 something years of experience, 48. And I always had life experiences and I planned for them and I tried to set things up. You can't foresee every problems, but you can try and have a good safety net. I'm not saying I didn't have problems when I first started using credit cards and incorporating that into my life without really being truly educated in my early 20s, how to use credit cards, how to manage it. I was great. I would get my card, use it, go out, hang out, buy things, and, just use it like every other American. And, it sneaks up on you sometimes. You can pay it off, pay it off, pay it off. You get that comfortability, you just fooling yourself that, eventually sometimes you turn around and wow, I got $3,000, $4,000 on my card. What happened? And then you pay it off no problem. But people who can pay off their credit cards and not really fall into a big problem, it just shows you that you can save for the things you want out of life and pay for them, but yet you still use a credit card. Why? You just reverse savings. You have the ability to save, you buy the item, you pay it off on a credit card. So now just because you got that item, like, say you want a TV, like it's $1,000, you go out, you got that TV for a couple of months, but you can pay it off within a couple of months. So why didn't you just save up front and then go buy the TV and save that extra money that you would pay in interest and everything? You know, you just reverse savings. You have the ability to save, but you want that immediate gratification and you plop down that card and go get it. So that's kind of what I realized using credit cards at a young age. So I always tried to not get into a situation to have credit cards. That's just one life experience that I have. I purchased a house, was able to do it. By no means is it, over extravagant and like the Taj Mahal. Some people might call it a humble house. Some people might be like, wow, you got a really big house and a big piece of property and everything. It's something. But it all comes down to three components that gives you the ability to align yourself with success. And basically, it's mindset, the lifestyle you live, and your income. If you can tackle these three components, you will have no problem aligning your life with success. And that's what I intend to use Shoestring to Success, to show you how you can align those three components up and what each of those components entails and how you should be implementing them in your life. And that you can all do it on a shoestring, whether you choose to still work a 48-hour work week at some job, or if you want to go out on your own as an entrepreneur or running an online company or doing seminars online, doing courses online, writing a book, being an author, or doing some other type of job where you're not doing a 9 to 5 or that super career person. These three little components will change almost anybody's life if they utilize it in the right way. So that's basically, in a nutshell, what shoestring to success is going to entail. Now, over the next couple of months is going to be the early stages. I tried back in February to really start and have a launch. I played around with the site a little bit, got some content in there. Nothing much. And I'm not too much of a wordsmith, so to try and do a written blog, I don't know if it would relay my message in the best possible venue, in the best possible on the best possible platform. Video and audio would probably be the best way for me to help communicate my message and be able to help other people. So I think what I'm going to do and tackle is I'm going to start up with Anchor and use it to do like a brain dump every day of what's going on and what's entailed. I'm going to get on there periodically, no set schedule, just hop on, do a brain dump of everything that's going on, everything that I have laid out, and the stuff that I intend to tackle for that day, week, or month, however it is. And I'm going to do these brain dumps. I don't know if I'm going to put them out on video. I might tape it as I do it, the audio brain dump, and put it up on Anchor. And I might videotape it and dump it on YouTube just to have that content and have like a dual purpose of it, or if I put out a video, I could also throw a video out on Facebook at the same time. I'm not exactly sure on how I'm going to do it. And I got to work out how I'm going to present the blogs and articles on the website. That's going to be a little clunky in the beginning, and I know I'm going to have to take my time to polish it up, but eventually it's going to get there. But I'm going to start working on the email list because I know without a doubt, and if you paid attention to anybody who's successful online and did any type of venture, it all comes down to email lists. So I'm going to start focusing on that along with starting putting out a little bit of content as far as podcasting and using the Anchor to do brain dump and do a lot of video work. That's why I seen it very viable to upgrade to the Logitech, which I'm trying. I'm doing this live stream right now to test out the Logitech, see how it is, see how it is with the mic quality and how everything comes together. So I'm just running this little test. Figured I'd talk for about 15, no more than 15, 20 minutes. Like I said, I just got the kitties off the bed. So, you know, I said, let me jump down here for a little while. I played around with some of the settings. I'm going to check how the lights are and how the sound is. So hopefully, if everything's well. I like the picture. It seems a little choppy, but when I watch the playback, hopefully, I'll get a good input, and whoever watches this also will be able to throw some input on it later. Also, I'd appreciate it. But basically, I just like to try and lay out a little bit of the groundwork of what shoestring to success.com entails. And by the way, if I just spoke about the emails and the email list, I have set up a little something which is to start the email list. If you would like to learn more about the three components that I discussed before, You can go to shoestringtosuccess.com/align, and I'm starting the email sequence. And, not even if you just want to jump on there and test it out and see how the information comes to you, but it's also good if, anybody here like is from the group from Contact Creators, if you want to jump on that and maybe give me some input or feedback on that, you jumped in the email list, go through the whole sequence that I got set up and give me a little input, which would be appreciative. And if you don't want to stay on the email list, just, after the sequence is over, just hit, unsubscribe to it. But it would be great if you went to shoestringtosuccess.com/align and jumped on that email and took in that sequence and gave me some feedback. It would be great, because that's one of the things I am starting to play around with. I'm putting a lot of attention the last week or so into trying to get that up and running and what emails I'm going to put out there. And I'm going to start to talk more in those emails about the three components: the mindset, the things you need to, another thing in a mindset is you can't always keep up with the Joneses. You want to design your life, how you want to live it, the things that you want in your life. You can't compare it to somebody else's life, because you're not going to do the same thing for that life that other person. You're not going to do that work. So why would you expect to get that result? I don't understand why somebody always says, "Oh, wow, that person, they really got a good life." No, you like the result they got. You might not like the work that has to be put in to get that result, so they can live that life, or so you could live that life. Live the life you want. So that's part of a mindset that you have to understand, is saying, I need to really truly be honest about what do I want my life to look like. Perfect example, me, my perfect life would be great. Working Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, anywhere from 8 to 10 hours, off the rest of the week. That would be perfect for me. Right now, I can't do that. But you know what? All the past years, I've been working a blue collar job, 40 plus hours a week, working weekends at times, working overtime at time. And it never bothered me. But now that my family's growing and they need more of my time, I would like my life to be more in line with a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday job, 8 to 10 hours a week, with something that can support that family structure that I have, that I'm responsible for. But you don't know what work would be involved in that. So you're never gonna get to that point unless you try different things. So now, when I had this new life event, which was my new son that just came, he's going to be 3 weeks old tomorrow. We wanted my wife to stay home, and she wanted that also, as I spoke in one of the last videos I did. And I said, there's, I've always done odd jobs to bring money into the house and bring in extra money over my regular job. But time wise, it would be rough. It would be taking a lot away from the family. So I know that there's a possibility to set up a commercial cleaning business. I could go through my regular job, my 40 plus hour work week, come home, have dinner with the family, go out, do all the cleaning, come back. Now, not to trade my time for money, I would start putting people on and having them do the job. But still, that would take a lot away from me. That would take a lot of time away from the family. It would drain me. And, at my age, to try and do those long hours, it might not be healthy for me. So, as I looked at this new life event coming and I knew what I wanted, I just had to find different things that I can try. Now that commercial cleaning business, yeah, it could be still there, and it might be something that I do to help the situation that the family's in to really align themselves with success. But it might not be the best fit. And I can probably thank like Cliff Ravencrafts, Pat Flynn, and especially Pat Flynn because he just had Chris Ducker on not too long ago, and he was talking about his book Rise of the Upreneur, and kind of got me thinking like, yeah, why should I trade my time for money? Why not try something like this? There's been people in your life that came to you for counsel, whether it was for how to invest, how to structure their lives, what would be a good option at a certain point in their lives. And those people were always very grateful for my input. And I've also had people said, how do you manage doing your blue collar worker? Being a blue collar worker, how do you manage? You still do these family trips, you still have these things that you want out of life, and you never look like you're struggling. Well, yeah, it is a struggle, but you also got to line things up in a correct way. And I know how to have the right mindset. I know the value of having the right mindset. I know what it is to look at your lifestyle and come up with the lifestyle number, which later on you'll hear about a system of how I break down a lifestyle that somebody lives, and you have a number. And with that number, you're able to work with your income to make all that happen. So over the next month or so, I'm going to start peeling back that onion to explain to everybody who gets in contact with me or who is exposed to me either through Facebook or online. I'm going to explain all those strategies and techniques that will really help you align your life with success because it's possible and everybody can live and design the life that they want. Well, I'm coming up on about 20 minutes. I hope this live stream test really works. I'm going to check it out later. And if everything works out, it'll, you'll see more live streams here. And also in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be doing a hot seat with Kim from the content creator group that we're in and that Kim started and I've been a part of, and it's a very inspiring group. If you're not familiar with that group, it would be a good place to check out to get some inspiration on really get a fire underneath you. As Kim says, everything you do is content. Put it out there and you know put it in a blog, put it in a video, and just throw it out there because almost everything you do. I mean, hey, I brought a webcam. It's been all content. I did a really raggedy open box review because I didn't put too much effort into it. I just drew it on the table here, threw it up on YouTube. It's the first video I got on the channel, but it's practice. I'm going to be able to look at it, learn how I could tweak it, learn how I can do a video there. And you know what? Somebody might be like, oh, this is horrible, but I'm going to see that comment. They're going to tell me why it's horrible. That's something I'm going to be able to fix. A lot of this stuff is new. I've done podcasts in the past. So some of that, the sound quality, I'll be able to get out fairly well for people that it's acceptable. I'll be able to put out a podcast. I'm not worried about that stuff. Some of the stuff I am worried about is, you know, being a wordsmith, putting a blog together, writing articles, writing copy for stuff, and some people in the group have good ideas on how to hone those skills. And one of the tools I use a lot is Grammarly because, you run it through it, you got a late night, you're not really thinking, you type it away, you hit publish, if you're not checking it, it's good to have a little safety net. I mean, Grammarly might catch everything, but it's going to catch a lot. Those little spelling errors where somebody, you might have somebody there that, you know, picks up on your article and then picks up on two or three grammar mistakes or punctuation mistakes or misspelled words. And that might be the reason why that person doesn't listen to your message. You wouldn't want that. So with a tool like Grammarly in there, you can solve some of those problems. So I'm going to look at the stuff that's out there and see what I can help and utilize to get my message out there to help align your life with success. Well, I'm Tom Pandolfi. I hope you enjoyed this little live test that I'm doing, and I'm looking forward to the next time when we might be able to chew some questions back and forth. And if you have stuff that you find as hurdles in your life, let me know. We can discuss it. I'll even get on Skype with you if you want to talk for about things. If you have some issues or a situation that you're not quite sure I've handled. Two heads are better than one. There's a lot of people go into the mindset of when they're doing a situation like this, where if they're running a business or something, to be in a mastermind group. And you got most mastermind group are like 4 to 6 people where they talk about and discuss about major things that are going on in their lives. It's always good to get other people's opinions. So, if you're struggling, hey, shoot me an email. Maybe we can jump on Skype or something and we'll talk about it. Maybe you'll be able to figure out something and really be able to hone in on the things that prevent you from designing the life that you want to have and obtaining that. So, like I said, I'm Tom Pandolfi, and I'm looking forward to helping you align your life with success.